Berries are a super important part of Cobblemon. Unfortunately, there are a ton of them, and so it can be really hard to know which ones are important and which ones you should focus on farming. So today I'm going to show you the top 5 most useful berries in Cobblemon. Now this is all my opinion, so if you have a different opinion, please feel free to put it down in the comment section below. But coming in at number 5, I have the citrus berry. This is a healing berry. It looks like this when fully grown, and this is the berry that you'll see in your item. As you can see here, this berry restores a quarter of your max HP when at half of your max HP or less. So I find this just to be really useful if you're fighting trainers or in tournaments. It's just a very simple healing berry that helps your Pokemon last a little bit longer and can really make a difference in a fight. But there's nothing too fancy here. Also, if you're one of my loyal subscribers, please wait till the end of this video because I have a really important announcement. And if you're not yet a subscriber, please feel free to hit that subscribe button if this video is helpful, and hit that like button as well because it helps me out a ton. And it helps you see more of my content that'll teach you all sorts of things about Cobblemon. Anyways, shameless plugs aside, coming in at number 4, we have the Jaboca berry and the Roa berry. I'm having these tied because they're basically the same berry with a minor difference. And these berries will actually deal damage. So how it works is the Jaboca berry, if you're hit by a physical move, the person attacking you or the Pokemon attacking you will lose an eighth of their max HP. And the Roa berry is the same thing but with a special move. And so this can be really useful if you're going into gyms and you know if they're mainly physical attackers or special attackers. I really like this berry. I think it's super interesting how it can harm the attacker. Now, some people may argue that the healing berries are a little bit better, and that's okay. But I put it this way because I really do think that damage aspect is super unique. But coming in at number 3, we actually have some healing berries that are a little bit better than the citrus berry. They're just a little bit more complicated. And there are several of them that are tied for a very specific reason. So as you look here, they depend on your nature. So the figgy berry will restore a third of your max HP. Remember, the citrus berry was only a quarter, so this is more of your HP. But when you have a quarter max HP or less, so you have to be a little bit lower on your HP. The only caveat here is they each have a nature that you don't want to use it with. So with the figgy berry, if your nature is a minus attack nature, then it will leave you confused. Similarly, the Ipapa berry, if you're a minus defense nature, it'll leave you confused. Wiki berry is minus special attack, Aguav is minus special defense, and Mago is minus speed. But luckily, this is really easily avoidable. If you have each of these berries, you can just look at your Pokemon's nature, and if I have a minus attack nature, then I'll just use the Ipapa or the Wiki, right? If I have minus defense, then I don't use Ipapa. And so that's pretty easy to get around. You do have to hope that you do survive, so minus to a quarter max HP or less. But overall, I think these berries are very useful. They're similar to the citrus berry, but they're great for helping you last longer in a fight and really making the difference in a close battle with a gym leader or a rival. Coming in at number 2, we have the EV training berries. These are incredibly useful. I have a complete guide about how to farm max EV Pokemon super easily. If you haven't seen that, I'll link it in the description so you can check it out. It's going to go more in depth with it. But basically, each of these berries here can be used to make an item that will help grow your Pokemon's EVs. So the name of these berries, there's the Pomeg berry, the Greppa berry, the Hondu berry, the Tomato berry, the Qualat berry, and the Kelpsie berry. Like I said, I have a full guide on this, but I'll show you briefly their crafting recipes here in the Cobblemon wiki, just to give you an idea. So the Kelpsie berry can help you make a protein, which a protein will give plus 10 to an attack EV. Qualat berry leads to iron, which is for defense. Tomato leads to carbos, which is speed. Hondu leads to calcium, which is, I think, special attack, but I'm not 100% sure. Greppa leads to zinc, which again, I believe is special defense. And then the Pomeg berry leads to HP up. And so you can farm these berries and all the other materials that go into them. And with that, you can basically farm max EV Pokemon, which is incredibly useful if you're trying to become a gym leader or if you're fighting gyms or trainers, if you're doing the Radical Red Challenge like I'm going to be doing in my upcoming Let's Play, so watch out for that. I'll definitely be using this strategy here. So all in all, these berries are incredibly useful. They allow you to do a lot of things and get really strong Pokemon, and so that's why I'm putting them this high on the list. Now the moment you've all been waiting for, the berry of all berries, the best berry in all of Cobblemon, in my opinion, is, that's right, the Person berry. Now, some of you may be very confused right now because the person berry, all it does on its own is heal from confusion, which really isn't that useful. But trust me for a minute, just hang on a second. I'm serious. And I'm going to show you why. If we go to the Cobblemon wiki, you will see that without the person berry, we can't get any of the other berries that we've talked about. For example, if we want the tomato berry or any of the other EV training berries, you have to start with a person berry in order to get the correct mutation. If you want a Kelpsie berry for an attack EV, you have to start with a person berry. If you want a Qualot berry, you have to start with a person berry, as well as a Mago berry and Wiki berry, these healing berries that we've talked about, Figgy. You need person to get all of them. And it goes on and on. If you want a Jaboka berry, right, to deal damage, you have to start with a person berry to eventually work your way up to a Durin berry and then to Jaboka. And so to create any of the best, most useful berries, you need to first start with a person berry. So you can't have any of these other useful berries we've talked about without first getting a person berry. So that is why, in my opinion, the person berry is the #1 best berry of all time. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. And then for those of you who made it this far, thank you so much for staying. I do have that important announcement. So I am starting, it will probably come out within a week or two, a new Let's Play series. And I want your guys' input. So I've created a couple polls on my community tab. I'd like you guys to go look at those and put in your vote. What you'd like to have me do with mobs, with the Shiny-Ons, and a couple different things with this new series. This series is going to be a ton of fun. We're going to do the Radical Red Challenge, try and become champion, and a lot of other really cool things. Don't worry, I'm not quitting the Survival Guide series, but we are starting this, and I think it's going to be awesome. If there's anything else you'd like me to do with that series, please comment down below. And then I have one more exciting feature for you guys. A while ago, I created a membership offer, and you can see this membership offer by clicking the join button next to the subscribe button below this or any other video. As part of this offer, one of the things you can do as a basic member is you can pick any Pokemon you want, whether it be Jolteon or Charmander, whatever. And in any Pokemon Let's Play I ever do, I will name that Pokemon after you. So if you pick Jolteon, Jolteon will always be named after you. Nobody has signed up for this yet, so as an incentive, I'm saying that if someone signs up with this membership offer before I start the Let's Play series, whoever does it, if you pick a starter as your Pokemon, whether it be Charmander or Squirtle or Froakie, whatever, and have that be your Pokemon, it'll be the same normal rules, what's your Pokemon forever, but that will be my starter in this Let's Play series, and you'll see me use it throughout the entire series. If you're not able to do that, I totally understand, but that incentive is there. If you would like to, it helps me out a ton, and I really would appreciate it. And don't worry if you're second, if you happen not to be the first one, the Pokemon you pick will still always be named after you in every series I play through. And if I'm able to find one, I'll try to make sure I use it in the series. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.